you realise that only 38.4% of businesses are still operating after 5 years?
38 after 5 years?
Yeah.
38.4.
So roughly 93 to 94% of businesses in the UK survive their first year, while 6 to 8% fail within the first 12 months. But only 38.4% of businesses still operate after 5 years.
30 after 5 years.
That's over 60%.
That's massive. And there's a massive drop from the first year, I think.
Normally, yeah. Here it says only 6 to 8% fail within the first 12 months. I thought it was higher. But 3-year survival rate is roughly 55.9%.
So if you start a business, get ready to fail big time in the first year. And if you don't,
be prepared to fail, yeah.
Get ready. And
That's
if you
mental.
don't, I'm not shocked at that, because a lot of people start businesses, have no idea about running a business, like we probably didn't.
Well, yeah, true.
And it goes all wrong, and like they give up their full-time job, but they're on a nice steady wage in an office, probably earning 50 grand a year. And they go, I'm going to earn 90 grand my first year doing PT.
Yeah.
They start off, no clients, all wrong, goes wrong. I mean, I don't think that's specific to the fitness industry. I think
that's
any
that's any business, yeah.
It's a huge amount of... So that's quite a good subject to talk about.
Over 60% of businesses fail within the first 5 years.
So what do you think the main... I mean, I outlined some there. What do you think, from your experience, would be the biggest issue people have? Not thinking it through? Not knowing anything?
I think expecting more and having more custom, having more... But I suppose it depends what business it is. For us, it's thinking that you're going to have more clients than you are.
Yeah. Yes.
That's one thing I was...
Being busy than you think you're going to be.
I think we mentioned this last time. I was grateful of when I set my business up, I was forced to work within a gym environment.
Yeah.
For 2 other companies to learn my craft and then build my client base. That my client base, to be fair, did triple once I went self-employed.
Yeah.
But I learnt my craft and people knew who I was.
It's amazing,
but
isn't it?
Yeah, that's mental.
So now, since the last podcast, what's been going on, boy?
I'm just knackered, mate.
Tom's knackered. I'm knackered. I'm like, well, you better liven up, because we've got the fans to please, eh?
Yeah. Talking to you guys, we'll say thanks for all the downloads.
Yeah, thank you.
We have some decent numbers on the podcast.
We've had at least 2 downloads, haven't we?
Yeah, at least 2.
And that was me and you.
Yeah.
So we're doing well.
To it. But I think 22 downloads on the last episode. Yeah. Which I know is not massive numbers, but for something that's brand new, people want to listen to us.
So by the way, we are videoing this as well. So if you're listening on a podcast, we do a video version.
Yes, this is on YouTube as well.
Yeah. So if you're we also do a podcast.
So search it on YouTube, give it a like, subscribe.
So you can listen to us in the car. How exciting is that?
I mean,
Thomas is sad. I've been listening to our podcast in the car.
Have you?
Yeah. And I thought, what are these? I was so impressed. I thought, these guys know what they're talking about. So, how's your week been apart from that? How's the kids and what?
Yeah, we're on the mend.
Because you're scarlet fever.
Scarlet fever the other week, and then dog's around. Look. She's here.
Scarlet fever.
Yeah, so it's just been routine, really. The kids haven't been sleeping great. Rivy's teething again. And just the nights are a bit long. I mean, we must have been last week. We probably averaged 3 hours sleep a night. So, and this week hasn't started. Yeah, it's just she's 10 months or going to be 10 months. So it's all been a bit mental, to be honest. But yeah, but we can't moan. We're still here.
The kids are back. The kids are back to school today. Sienna's first day back.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, my wife went back. She was
they get back. Yeah.
Inset day yesterday, and then back to teaching today. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took Sienna to school this morning.
Nice.
First day, so I get that to do that. Being a business owner, you get to take your kids to school.
Chuck them out the car, drive
so I literally drive in, kick her out, slam the door, drive off, and wave to the teachers.
Just in case the
teachers
child support services are watching.
Yeah, social security. Yeah, only some days I do that, not all days.
Depends how she's been.
Depends which. She's actually really good this morning for school. Surprisingly, I thought we're ready for a kick-off. But yeah, so how's the old business been? The personal training empire. I had a problem, didn't I?
You messaged me about it.
I messaged Tom about something. I'm going to speak to you about it.
I didn't know if you want to talk about it on camera.
I'd love to talk about it on camera because it's my therapy. If not, I'm going to probably.
It kind of relates back to what we were saying last week, in a way.
Yeah.
But it's money related and losing income.
Yeah.
But I'll let you explain.
So in this industry, clients are everything, obviously.
Yeah.
No clients, no business. And I experience so what I do, I don't train thousands of people a week, but the people I do train, I charge them a premium because I go to the houses and stuff, and I sort of train them twice a week, which is good and bad for some separate reasons. So you'll know if you've got 2 clients a week, then you fill up quite quick. I train the same person twice a week, and if you do that with a lot of people, it's a very clever way of getting busier and making more money, but it also benefits them because you help them as well. This you twice a week. But anyway, I was training this person, and so I've been training them twice a week.
Yeah.
Going to the house, really helping them, really improving. So I specialise more in older, not any that I'm anything special, anyone can specialise it. I've just gone down the route because I'm so bored of training
just
all the other people.
Generic,
standard people.
Yeah.
So I went down training older people. So I go to the houses, balance issues, mobility issues. So I see a lot of older people. And this lady was older. She was doing really, really well. She had balance problems, a few other issues. Twice a week, really good financially as well for me.
Yeah.
She was getting a really beneficial, it was working really well. And then she turned around to me and said, I'm finishing. There's a reason she had to finish. It wasn't anything to do with me or her. It's to do with immigration. She couldn't stay here any longer.
That sounds really bad.
It's to do with immigration, yeah. Yeah, it's all above board. It was just, she wasn't from here and she couldn't stay. And that was it. And I literally, she told me it's coming up. I didn't know. I literally trained her and she said to me, I won't be here. I've got to go back. That's it, we're done.
So
and
that's pretty big financially then, if it's twice a week.
Yeah, it was like a decent amount of money, a big significant drop, like enough. Like, because I don't train a lot of people, because I do other stuff, but PT's a nice little thing I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't do a lot of that, I sort of rely on that amount of money, and it was a nice monthly income.
Yeah.
Just that client.
So straight away you've lost that now.
And that dropped, and I literally left the house, and I was like, I felt completely deflated. Like I was like,
I think you messaged me straight away.
Yeah, I actually messaged you, I wasn't being this. Probably
the way you said it, I thought your client had died. You sounded
gutted.
You sounded that low about
I reversed
it.
out the driveway and I was like, oh, how am I going to make that amount of money up? I mean, it was hundreds and hundreds, a very good amount of money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you've now then got to put yourself back out there. Like, be it word of mouth, advertisement, find someone new.
Yeah, but you know that's not easy, eh?
No,
that is not easy.
Build a rapport with somebody.
Yeah.
Like they might just train with you once a week.
Yeah.
Obviously, something's better than nothing.
So it just shows
quickly.
Just shows how like you can be or you might be tight. You might just be getting by every month.
For sure.
And
I mean,
that happens, and it's like boom, and your monthly money goes straight down. And so that's like there's not a good side to it.
Yeah, in terms of cash flow, that's a massive hit.
Yeah, massive hit.
Massive hit.
And you got to remember these people aren't around forever. Sometimes we're very reliant on them, and with any business, not just this. I know it's any business you got new customers.
Yeah,
but that was a bit of a big one.
On.
That was a big one for me.
Yeah, big hit. Yeah, not great, but it just shows how quickly it moves, eh? 1 minute you're happy days, and the next minute you're like, oh Christ,
yeah,
what the hell am I going to do now?
Yeah,
I've got to go find someone else. But again, it's finding someone that you would have built a rapport with that lady.
Yeah.
You got a good relationship with that person, so you've now got to do that again with somebody else.
And I knew a person that knew her. That's why I got her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. They're quite few and far between. Like you don't get inundated with my type of clients. You're not flooded with them.
No.
They've got to be suitable. They've got to be of a certain age. They've got to have mobility and balance issues, and they've got to want to be interested in someone coming to us and train them. I mean, there's a lot of old people out there with balance and mobility issues, but then they don't want anyone like me coming. It's not their sort of thing. My dad wants. My dad's, probably like my mum. They could probably benefit from it, but they're just not those type of people that have them. No. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
No,
to have someone to train to come out.
Yeah. So anyone that's
ending
money in this industry that's looking for new clients, I think referrals is.
Yeah,
word of mouth. Referrals from current clients. Use your current clients. Whether you do a thing with them where they send you someone and you give them a free session, or I don't know, a free hoodie or some random thing. It doesn't you have to give them anything, to be fair, as much for the love of the fact that they like you. What is this dog doing?
Well, it's that saying, isn't it? It's a lot cheaper to keep an existing client than go and get a new one.
Yeah. Retention's more important than anything else. If you can retain your current client base, it's so important.
Absolutely, and
that's where we're both pretty lucky. I mean, a lot of my clients I've been training them for years.
Yeah.
Years.
And you've built up really good rapport with them. And when they drop off for some weird reason, it's two levels. It's financially, but also the relationship.
Yeah.
Like you build a relationship and all of a sudden they're gone. And you're like, probably won't see them again for whatever reason. Yeah. They might stop. Sometimes you don't even get a heads up it's happening. They'll just tell you.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, when did that happen? I didn't even know didn't even know you were gonna stop. And they've just stopped for some reason. I mean, it's caught me out so many times.
Yeah.
Like you think you're sailing along, this person's doing really well, and you're making really good progress, and they stop. And it's two things. It's such a shame because we were getting somewhere with you, and now you're not going to be doing it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they're going to just go back to where they were. Yeah. And the other side is like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Didn't even know you were thinking of stopping. But you don't always see the full picture what's going on, people. I've had it a lot of times. People say to me, just let you know, I think I'm going to stop at the end of this month. You're like,
oh right, yeah, why?
Oh, well, look, we're doing really well. You're like improving and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there'll be some reason, and you can think into it too much.
You want to argue with them sometimes.
You're like, oh, what's going on?
That's not really a reason, but you can't change their minds. Their money, their time.
Exactly, and you sometimes I've gone back and thought, hang on, what is it? You start thinking, is it something I've done?
Yeah.
Is it something I've said? Yeah. And I always think, what did I say last session? And I replay back like, what? If they gone home, they're like, that guy's an absolute
helmet
idiot. I'm not going back to him. But it's not. And actually, a lot of the time, they've come back to me later.
The thing is,
they've come back to me later.
You know you're a helmet, so you know that is probably the reason.
I know that, so they don't have to tell me that. But they've come back, They've come back like a year later to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it clearly wasn't anything, so they wouldn't have come back to me. And it was just something they're going for.
It could be something. It could be something that they've got a bill that they had to pay. They didn't realise and they couldn't afford the next month. It could be anything.
I've had that a lot of times.
But they won't want to admit that because a lot of that people get embarrassed by that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's loads of things you've got to factor in.
Because there is an expense to it.
Yeah.
You have to pay a lot more than a gym membership to see a personal trainer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can have a gym membership, or you can have a personal trainer, and personal trainer's a lot more money.
Yeah.
A lot more money.
Yeah. The thing is that it depends whether you need it. A lot of people need the guidance, need the accountability, need the motivation from someone else. Like you see so much crap in the gym, like people training, haven't got a clue, and you just wish that if they'd invest, and not on the basis that you wish they'd pay you money, it's you wish they just invest in themselves to spend some time with somebody, not necessarily you, but with somebody else who's a professional that can show them how to improve technique, how to really get the full benefit from their workouts, rather than them just going in for half hour, 45 minutes and just doing bare minimum and complaining and not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, that really frustrates me. Really, really frustrates me. What pisses me off even more than you go to a gym, you see other trainers training people and they're fucking useless. So we won't go into that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
It annoys me. Just like the basics. Basics.
If you were someone thinking of having PT,
yeah,
why would you bother? Or why wouldn't you just go to a gym instead? What's the benefit?
Having a PT?
Yeah, I mean, we know they're going to help you and blah, blah, but...
It's the structure, accountability,
yeah,
and being taught how to do it properly. Like, if I'd rather... My one big thing, anyone that trains with me will know this, but I am a stickler for form. Like, and every personal trainer should be, but not all of them are.
But what if I said to you, I'll get an app now, and there'll be a video of someone doing a squat, I don't need a trainer.
But then that app can show you how to do it, but they can't correct you.
Yeah,
right?
That's the main thing.
Yeah, and people are saying that in the industry that we will be obsolete to AI. To a point, yes. If you've got the know-how, if you've got the know-how in the gym, and you know how to perform movements and exercises, and you're happy to go onto ChatGPT or wherever and get a free program because and you know how to do it, cool, crack on. Right? Yeah, I don't need to work with you. But if you're somebody that hasn't used a gym before or is unsure of your form, unless you can, and to be fair, you probably can, but and you have the time to film yourself and send it back to an AI generator or whatever, and it tells you what's wrong. But it's a lot easier, surely, to have a personal trainer or a coach or someone just stand over you for an hour, go through some basic movements, and just correct you and give you some pointers.
Yeah.
Like just having someone there. A lot of my clients have said to me that they come to me because they want to make sure they're doing it correctly, and these are people that are still coming to me years on. Like, I've been training for years, but they don't want to go to the gym and think that they're doing it wrong or hurt themselves, but they're willing to invest the money in themselves.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. It's a luxury. We said last time. It's a luxury. It's one of the first things to go when things get costly. PT, having your hair done, go to the salon, whatever. First things to go. But if you can afford it, even if it's just one a month, I was about to say one a month, one every 3 months, have just a bit of a catch up with somebody to go through a program, something like that. Keep it simple.
I mean, what about people who go, well, PT, I had it, absolute waste of money. I actually had better results without one, and I've heard that.
Depends who they were with, though.
You got to ask questions. Hang on.
Who are you with?
There's a lot of questions you need to ask there.
What were you doing?
What exactly went on?
Yeah.
Like, because most, if you say, oh, my PT was useless, and and you, the other side to this is that how can I say this? We got to be very realistic about what we can do with people.
Oh, massively.
Because you'll have the people shopping around. You'll have the clients who tell you that they've been, I always have alarm bells when I've had clients say to me, I used to have a personal trainer, but I didn't really get on with him. And I had another one, and I didn't really get on with that one. Literally, alarm bells go off in my head. And every time I've had that, the person I've trained hasn't lasted.
Yeah.
Because there's an issue with them, not the personal trainer.
Yeah.
There's an issue with them.
Yeah.
And I had one in particular that come to me, this was years ago, as a woman. And I said to her, have you ever had a personal trainer before in the consultation? She said, yeah, loads. I've had loads of personal trainers. And I said, all right, okay. Okay, I said, and how did that go? Crap. Well, most of them were crap, she said. And it really concerned me that she said that.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, you're saying they were crap. That's very general. Like, you could be a bit more specific. Did you not?
They can't be all crap.
And she mentioned a personal trainer that I knew, actually.
TW Fitness.
It was you. No, it wasn't. It was a guy that he's not here anymore. He used to work somewhere I worked. And she said, yeah, absolute, didn't like him giving the creeps, she said. And that really concerned me as well. Because I thought, do I really want this headache?
Why did she come and see you then?
I know. So I started training her, and it became very apparent why she moved around PTs.
Yeah, you get that.
I was very, very uncomfortable, and I'm very rarely uncomfortable training someone. I was very uncomfortable. She was questioning everything I was doing, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
She was quizzing me on stuff I was saying, and not like in a way she wanted to find out more what I was talking about. She was questioning why I was giving her stuff, and is this the right thing you're giving me for what I want? And I thought, you know what? I'm not here to explain and defend myself.
At the end of the day, what's the point of her being there with you? If she's going to question everything.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
But obviously she knows best.
She knew. I actually thought, well, she obviously knows a lot. And she did know a lot. She knew a lot about the fitness industry. She knew a lot about training. And I did say to her at one point, it sounds like you know it, or why do you need a personal trainer? And she was like, well, I need someone to show me, to make me do it, because I won't do it.
To moan at and criticise.
And it didn't last. It did not last. I can't remember if I finished it or she did. But it was and I thought...
Married now.
Then...
Married now.
Yeah. I thought then and then, I should have gone with my instinct on that one. So you do get that now and again where you got to be careful. Not everyone's a fit. Most people are, to be fair. It's very rare that happens.
The difficulty is, right?
I've had a few over the years where I felt not right about, and they don't last.
But then, does it not last because you wait until it fizzles out? Or because we can just pick and choose who we train. We should be able to be like, oh, it's not working for us. It's not working for me. Like, it's not going to work. You have to move on.
I never said that.
But what I'm getting at is it's difficult to do that, isn't it? But I had the conversation this morning with another PT about clients, and you got the ones that are like, you love training, they give it your all, but you got the ones that just turn up for the sake of turning up.
This one was not nice. One.
But they keep. But in terms of income, they keep the lights on. They keep food on your table, that sort of stuff.
Oh,
but at the same time, you're like, is that?
And she wanted to come 3 times a week as well, which was
that's
really
what I mean. Strange. It's really straight. Yeah, so that's good.
I was
money.
like, you don't really need to come 3 times. Yeah. And I knew it was like all the warning signs.
Is the income worth the hassle?
No, because I was dreading training that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
it wasn't.
At what point do we as trainers go? Actually,
she wasn't even a nice person.
Yeah, I'm really
wasn't
sorry.
even a nice person with it.
No.
She was just not a nice person.
Yeah,
not a nice person. Not nice at all. She wasn't even nice, but she, when I say she's questioned me, the whole package of her wasn't nice. She wasn't that nice at all. I didn't get a good vibe from her at all. It was like there was no small talk, and so she didn't want to talk about anything. She was like, well, "What's next?" And I was like, "This." She's like, "Okay, why are we doing that? Surely you'll be better to do this one." I was like, "Well, you could do that one, but I think
my wife,
I think this one's quite good."
You training my wife? She's like that with me.
Yeah, and it's like, it was like that, but worse.
What,
it was like you're training, you miss it. Like if I was training Fallon, questioning stuff, but then like not nice, just horrible with it.
Ash asked me to train her.
Don't train your missus. I can't bother. Me and Fallon have rails. She's like, you like to your clients? I said, no, I've never railed my clients, but you're like, it's because it's your what missus, eh? Yeah. You won't be rude to your client.
I met my missus doing PT.
I know. You did.
We got friendly through
That's
PT.
That's not a podcast, that.
Yeah, it is it's another story, isn't it? But
never date your client.
Yeah, but
Tom.
Now, I said to her, she asked me the other week, "Oh, can you PT
no, you date loads of your clients. It's fine.
All of them, yeah. I know, she doesn't know yet, but I said no, not happening. No, not a chance. She said, "Oh, come on, I'll be nice." No, I said, "Could you criticise and say anything I give you?" It's like, "Why are we doing this? Shouldn't we do this instead?" Because she's watched too many bloody Instagram reels, and
Fallon's exactly the same.
So yeah, I mean, I agreed to it in the end, but whether it happens,
I told Fallon, "Shut up! Look, get on with it. Just shut up and get on with it." That's what I said to her. But so you do get those weird ones, and I just hated it. So you can get strange vibes off people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I haven't had many, but I have had some strange ones come to me. Like you get it straight away because you've spoken to so many people who want PT that you get to know a normal conversation about it, and when it's strange, you think, is it worth it? Right? Is it worth it?
I had one once where, again, for legal reasons, we can't. I won't mention
Don't
names.
Say a name.
No names. But the person was known as the Red Baron. In the end, that was the nickname that was made. I didn't make the name up. My colleague did. And this person, no word of a lie, for 45 minutes, we just walked up and down the gym.
You what?
We walked up and down the gym because
you couldn't get to anything.
So it was a gentleman.
Didn't want to do anything.
No, so bad back. We did one session. It was basic. We did like the basics. Like when I say basics, the basics, right? This was a session before this one, and he said to me, he was sore for 2 weeks afterwards, right? And so then so from that, so I think I just want to. We just need to do some walking or some stuff like that.
I shouldn't be laughing because it's probably good for him.
No. Well, I mean, he could have done way more. It was just one of those things though, you're like, I'm fighting a losing battle here. So we do like 10 lengths of the gym and then do some light stretches.
You are a con artist, Tom.
Some light stretches.
Walking in the stretches.
Yeah, I know, right? But then one of the clients, the other PTs in the gym, was like, "Why is he doing bodyweight farmers walks?" And the PT went, "What? Walking?" Bodyweight farmers walks.
So you get the ones you can't do a lot with.
Oh my days! But it was just, I don't understand what's going on. Like, we can do more than this. It was interesting.
Sometimes they don't, sometimes they don't. And they just want to do something in their comfort zone. And like, they might be happy to come to you just for chat and do some walking, and that's all they want. And I've learned to accept that.
Some people,
I've learned to accept that, and I've helped them. Then you've almost got to forget everything you know about training other clients, okay? And go down to the level and think, right, so they just want to do walking, so how can I do something, or how can we just... You've got to give them, I think I've got to give them the best session I can, even if they just want to walk.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to them loads about stuff as well, about fitness while I'm walking. So I think like they're getting probably value from this more than you think. And I always think that. Like I'm getting something to sit up and down in the chair for most of the session. And for me, it's like, God, is this all we're doing? But you think actually for them, they can't get in and out of a chair. So they're very interested in learning. So I tell them, I just go down to that bit and I talk all about getting in and out of a chair with them. And you think, actually, they probably got quite a bit out of that, more than I thought. And I've learned that from training older people. I mean, you would absolutely, the stuff I do in my classes in the care homes, you just wouldn't believe like what the stuff we do. It's more like a children's party exercises. Right, but for them, they really like it.
But it's a social,
for any other person
social side of it as well.
We do swimming exercises. It's all seated exercises. We do swimming. We do casting the fish rod, rowing to Herm, right? And if any personal trainer come and watch, they go, "That is a joke. That is not personal training. That is not fitness industry." But it's a segment of the industry that people, us trainers, don't get involved in because there's a lot of egos. There's a lot of egos, and a lot of people would never seen dead in the care.
You're good. You got the gift of the gab, as most people would have realised listening to this.
I like to train them. I have a laugh
and talking.
I go and see Beryl and pretend to give her a headshot. I'm like, "Come on, Beryl," like that, and she's like, "Get away from me!" And she's laughing.
Smashes you in the
then I go to everyone. Then I say, "I'm going to give them the cane if they don't do the exercises." Put your hand out. I'm going to cane them because a lot of them used to tell me about they were caned at school.
You work for the BBC.
Yeah. And I do all that, and it's all jokes. It's all very light-hearted. Then we do exercise.
That's mental.
Is it serious PT? No way is it. It's nowhere near what we do.
But the benefits they'll get from doing that once or twice a week.
Yeah, massive.
And the social side of it, and they enjoy seeing you.
Yeah,
it's a laugh.
They're waiting to see me.
You bring the laughter, you bring the chatter, all that sort of stuff.
Which is hard when I feel crap.
Oh, massively.
It's really hard.
Oh yeah, and it's a performance.
It's an absolute
we should go to spin class at 7 a.m. or whatever time it was, and you'd be knackered. You haven't slept well. Yeah, you feel rubbish, and you literally walk in the door to that class,
and you can't be miserable.
Switch it on. You switch it on. Yeah. It's all right, everyone. How's it going? Everyone have a good weekend. Everyone feel good to go. Right, let's stick on the tunes. Let's go. And it's like an hour of. I mean, you're knackered, not just from doing the workout, but for putting on performance.
As a trainer, you have to be an entertainer.
Oh, yeah,
you have to be an entertainer, right? And I've trained a lot of PTs over the years to be PTs.
Yeah.
And if they've got no personality, they're finished. They won't do anything. You've got to be good with people. And you've got to turn on this thing when you see people.
Massively, yeah.
You've got to lift energy because people come to you and they don't want a miserable trainer. They want someone chatting. They want someone you turn on this thing every time I walk into a care home. I mean, the energy is very low in a care home, eh?
Yeah.
And I've got to go in when sometimes it's silent and dump a bag, go, right, come on you lot, let's get going, put on music. And the other day, I jumped on the floor and I was doing press-ups in the care home.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, I said, right, come on, this is what we're doing next. Watch this, everyone. Whoosh, and I banged out 10 press-ups. And then Beryl's asleep, Peggy's doing a knitting hat, and then watch me doing press-ups on the floor.
Alfred's asleep.
Why did I do it? I got their attention. I lifted the energy, and it was like, right, Beryl, go, 10 press-ups.
Yeah.
She goes, you must be joking. I won't be able to get down there, she said. But then it's a way of breaking the ice, and I always do something like that going to care home. I'll go up to one of them and I'll go do a big high kick above the head. He go, yeah, and they're like, oh, and because if I go in and just gently put my bag down, unzip it, go right, everyone, we'll do some exercise. It's nothing. No. It doesn't work. So I always try and go in and it's hard because sometimes I'm not feeling great.
Can we just pause? I'm not sure what this dog wants. What do you want?
It's me.
You want to go outside? Yeah. Don't go anywhere.
Doggy's going outside.
We'll edit it.
Well, no, I just kept chatting.
Oh, you keep chatting.
So you've got to lift the energy as a PT, and it is draining. And you've got to be able to talk to people on a level. Well, I always said anyone can do a personal trainer. Anyone can pass a personal trainer exam, right? You don't have to be fit. There's no fitness test. You just got to learn the knowledge, do some practical stuff, and you can pass.
Be good with people.
Yeah, and I know millions of people that can pass. Anyone can pass a PT exam. Whether you're good with people or not is completely separate issue. And when I used to train people at Beaujolais, because I used to run the course to train trainers, to train people to be a personal trainer, I used to do the practical sessions with them. And you'd have 20 people turn up on a Saturday for a practical session. Most of them had the personality of a dead slug, right? And I say to him, look, guys, come in. You're going through the motions, but there's no personality. You've got to chat to them. Yeah. You've got to ask them, how's that feeling? Yeah. Can you feel that? Where are you feeling that? Chat to them about something they had this morning for breakfast. Don't just stand there. Don't just stand there like a lemon. You look like an absolute...
There you go. Going back to that, what's the worst or your pet peeve of a personal trainer in the gym with a client when it comes to that sort of stuff? What's the worst thing you've seen?
What, as people training?
Yeah, so it could be during the client's rest period or even during their reps. What have PTs done that or not done?
Well, this has changed over the years.
Right.
This has changed over the years because in my day, no one really had mobiles and that. But now,
yeah, true.
And I've been guilty of this. PTs on their phones when they're training clients.
That pisses me off.
It's it is so annoying to see, and it happens a lot. If I've been on my phone, it'll be for some very quick reason, and I'll apologise. So sorry, I said to quit with that. Sorry, carry on. But PTs on their phone, and their clients talking, and they're like, yeah. Sorry, what are you saying? And I heard one say that, and I was like, if I was that client, I'd say, look, first, put your phone away. I'm not paying you to be on your phone.
Yeah, stick it in a locker somewhere. I don't want it in your pocket.
But also, trainers helping everyone do this. I'm not saying, but there's a trainer over here that constantly helps his client with every single exercise. If he's doing a cable machine, the trainer's on the cable, pulling it with him up and down. God. He's like, 5, that's it, 6. And the guys on the end are like, what are you doing? If it's too heavy, drop the weight down, get your client to do it, not you. And then he's on the bloody bicep machine, and he's underneath going 5. And he's doing the exercise. It's like, what are you doing?
Another PB.
Yeah. It's like, get the person to do it. What are you doing? And where's that come from? He's probably seen it. There is a place for that, eh? Like the last rep or something if you're doing a bench press and your client's about to drop it on their head, you go there you go.
Spotting, isn't it?
It's called spotting. Yeah. But this, and I think he thinks it looks good. And I was like...
He looks more knackered than the client.
What a waste. He's had a better workout. So that's something bugs me. And also, that's the main things. I mean, I think you can see... you can look at some PTs and think, that looks a very boring session because they're not talking and they're not being... I've always been quite, and I think you're the same, when we're training someone, we'll chat to them about not necessarily things to do with fitness. And I used to tell them, right, you do not have to talk to your client about fitness the whole time.
No,
right?
at all.
Does your hairdresser talk to you about the fucking technicalities of what she's doing on your hair and how she's doing a certain cut, and I'm cutting it this way because the groove is that way, and the fibres in your hair? No, they cut your hair and they talk about what you did at the weekend.
Yeah, exactly,
blah, blah. Yeah. And I know it's slightly different fitness, but I'll get someone to do something, and in between sets, I might ask them stuff, and even if they're exercising, I've been chatting to them about stuff which is nothing to do with fitness. Then you can get onto fitness.
The longer you're with a client as well, the more you learn about them. So I've got random memory, and I'll always remember what we've talked about the previous week. I mean, you said about this, how did that go? How was your weekend?
And make them feel something.
That's the personal.
Make them feel
something. That's the personal part for me of personal training.
Yeah.
It's about them. For that time and period that they're with you, it's about them and nothing else.
You got to be very caring.
Yeah, for sure.
Make it look like you care, even if you don't. You have to care about your client, and you should genuinely care about them if you're a good DT. You should care about them. And I always say, like, clients won't remember anything you said to them, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Exactly, yeah. Had a few of those.
They won't remember anything. They won't remember anything you said to them about the, the mitochondria and the muscle working and your quadrilateral lumborum and your sternocleidomastoidosis mastoidosis muscle and how that's going to contract and relax and your eccentric and concentric exercises. They don't remember any of that. They'll remember, oh, Tom actually was really good with me. Yeah, he made me feel really comfortable. Yeah. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but he didn't embarrass me. He made me feel really comfortable. That's the reason they'll come to you, not your knowledge.
No, for sure.
Not how much you know.
Yeah, it was said that people will go to a personal trainer for the person.
Yeah.
Not their knowledge.
Has anyone asked you what level you are ever on PT?
No.
Because you can get level 2, 3 and 4. And young personal trainers or new people, they're obsessed with getting qualifications. And I say to him, look, let me put this right. You can be level 2, which is the basic one, and you can be busier and more successful than someone who's got level 4.
Yeah.
And I've seen
100%.
it. The client doesn't care what level you're at. They don't actually, I'm only going to train with you if you're level 4. What are you? They don't. They just know, are you a personal trainer?
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Do I get on with him? Is he good? Yeah. Like, don't obsess with getting qualifications after qualifications. And I need to do level 4 because that's going to make me better and I'm going to get more clients. It won't get you more clients.
No.
It will not get you more clients.
No, qualifications don't get you more clients.
It will not get you more clients.
Experience,
no one cares. No one gives a shit. You can be level 4 and a complete arsehole. No one's going to come to you.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way?
Yeah. It's doing terribly for me. You can be an absolute idiot, not good with people, and no one's going to come to you.
Yeah.
Or you can be level 2, really good with people, really likeable, and you'll be rammed with clients.
Yeah.
And the level 4 stood there going like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm a lot more qualified than him. It doesn't matter. No. You need a personality course. Yeah. You need to go on a customer care course, not a personal training course.
No, for sure, yeah. It's all right knowing how to do a bench press or a squat, but if you're not good with people.
And I knew a trainer wasn't good with people, and she was very highly qualified. No one liked her. No one went to her classes. Oh, really? No one had a good word to say about her. She was years ago, Leisure Centre. Very, very, very experienced, but awful personality. Like, run her classes like military. Had no personality, but like, I'm talking university degrees, like more than any of us had. She was very, very qualified in like sports anatomy, like highly qualified. But no one had a PT and no one come to her classes, and they would say, oh my God, I'm not going to that, as a girl or woman, I'm not going to that woman's class. She was awful. She would point out problems. She was strict. And I was at that. I always referred to that. That was a classic case of a PT being very qualified but no good with people.
Yeah. But it's not great, yeah. I mean, it does make all the difference. That's what I say. You look, it's all about learning on the job as well, isn't it? Like, you can have all the qualifications in the world, but if you're not...
I think you're a good personal trainer. If you're going to be a good personal trainer, you'll be a good personal trainer before you've even taken the exam.
Oh, God, yeah.
As in, you'll be very good with people.
Yeah.
And if you come from a job that you're dealing with people, take the exam and you'll be fly because you've already got it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in the exam for a PT. There's nothing in the exam, because I used to train them. There's nothing in there for a very, very small... The book, because it used to be books that thick.
Yeah.
There's maybe 1 page in there to do with customer care.
Yeah,
and I always said it was so backwards. Yeah. It was all to do with how to, muscles and blah blah blah, which you need to know.
That's what it is. It's just
all about, but it wasn't about how to
knowing how to do stuff.
It wasn't how to be with people.
Yeah.
And I think they should have done a whole section. It should be so focused on dealing with people and your clients, how to deal with them. Forget the fitness. How to be friendly.
The majority of them are scared as well. They're worried.
They're crapping themselves at people come for PT. If they've never used a gym and having a personal trainer, how scary is that? Exactly. You're meeting a personal trainer, you go in a gym which scares the hell out of you. It's a foreign place, like you don't know any of the machines. Everyone looks fit. That's what it does. Everyone's really fit in here and I'm not. It must be scary as hell.
Oh, God, yeah.
Then you meet a personal trainer that's an absolute arsehole.
You come out of the room. Like,
I come out and they leg it. I come out, do 10 press ups, off you go.
Not him.
Yeah. I mean, I've done jokes like, actually, I must be honest, and I think you're the same, with new people, I'm very, very caring of them. because I feel for them.
I
think, I know what this must be like for you, and I'll be like so like
just friendly and welcoming, and
don't make them do anything, don't force them to do anything. Be very gentle with them. Then down the road, you once you get confident, then you start doing more stuff. And I've had people say to me like, "Oh, my first session with you, it was really, I really liked it because." Like I felt ease, and if they say to you, if they're new and they say in the session, "Oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be," that's like music to my ears.
Yeah.
Because they're like, because you've made it like that.
Oh, for sure.
You've made it not bad.
They feel safe. It's going back to that safe space, isn't it?
Have you ever had a client that you've really the first session, you're like, that went horrendously bad, and I don't know, and it wasn't my fault. I just think they hated the session. Like they didn't like it, they weren't expecting what I did, and you thought that ain't gonna. It was really bad.
It
wasn't your fault. It's just you had a feeling they weren't comfortable.
I had a really awkward one once where I had a lady. I've trained since, and it was quite noticeable even to the other trainers in the room at the time. It was awkward. Like she was just she wasn't awkward, but. I was trying to explain stuff, and I'm not sure if she just wasn't really in the room. Like, I wasn't thinking or listening to what I was saying.
Maybe she's on anxiety.
Maybe, but like, just it was just very awkward. And some of the guys were just like, "What just happened?" I was like, "I don't know."
Is that?
Yeah, it was very strange, but fine since. I've not seen her for a little while, but it was apart from that, I've not really had anything that's been horrendously bad. Not that I can remember. Maybe I've just filtered it out of my mind. But you get those every now and then.
Now and again.
Now and again. It's the ones that, I think, maybe like you said, that lady before, comes in and just criticises everything. That's the ones you don't want.
Question everything
you do.
And I say it'd be like you get someone around here to fit your kitchen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Someone who's fit your kitchen for years, knows it inside out, like they do it, and you're like, just a question. Why are you fitting that there? Shouldn't you do that bit first? And he'd be looking going, sorry?
Yeah, you
no, it's all right. I just thought, like, wouldn't it be easier to do that way? That's what my mate told me as a carpenter.
Yeah.
He said he was going to do that. How annoyed would you be as a carpenter? Like,
huge.
Why don't you shut the hell up?
Yeah.
And that's what it's like for us.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, my friend told me, actually, that exercise isn't that good. This one's better.
Yeah.
You know, what have you come to me for? Just let me teach. Just let me train you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me do my job.
So I imagine it happens in a lot of trades.
Oh, massively.
Like, customers stood over someone watching them plumber sinking, and the customer's like telling them, "Oh, you doing like that? Why are you doing like that?" Or something like. It's so irritating.
Let people get on with their jobs, eh?
I just think, there's your tools. Off you go.
You crack on, son.
I'm off. See ya.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah, I'll come back for my tools later.
Yeah. You knock yourself out, mate. You plumb it in. I'll see you later. Okay, well, there's the exercise. There's the gym. Knock yourself out. You don't need me. Off you go.
Yeah, off you go. Yeah.
And they're like,
And to be fair, some people do need that. Like, you can program that. You can give them a program and be like, right, off you go. Like, they pay for a program. You show them what you want them to do. Off you go. If they want to crack on themselves, then so be it. Like, if they don't want the one-to-one side of it, but it's up to them. Some people just want the structure.
I'm not sure we should. Publish this. Do you think we should? Well, if you're watching this, we have published it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's
been a bit brutal.
Is this doing us more damage than good at businesses?
Yeah, maybe we should talk about the good stuff. I did get a message actually from it was my accountant. It was an old client of mine.
Yeah, but this is people like negative
you need to talk
stuff.
About they do. Yeah, he said you should talk about the success stories. He said I love the content, but talk about success stories.
But we haven't got any.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. This
we have.
I was thinking about it though
But success stories are boring.
Well, yeah,
it's the things that go wrong and the weird people that's fun to talk about.
We laugh about that sort of stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking was when I started, I'll be 7 years in July, self-employed. And the year I started, I think July, I started in the July. August, I did my back in. So I slipped disc in my back, so I was out for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So straight away, on the back foot. And then the year after that, we went into lockdown.
Yeah.
Survived 2 lockdowns. That's why at the start of this video and podcast, we were talking about percentage of businesses lasting. That's how we got onto this, wasn't it? We were talking about that. But so that's 7 years, including 2 lockdowns, a knackered back. I'm not sure anything else has gone wrong in that time, but it's not bad going, to be fair. But I do put that down to hard work and graft, but at the same time, I've been very lucky to have very loyal clients. So even like for your lockdowns and stuff, I've got online PT, like via Zoom and all that sort of stuff. You know, we've got to think about what we've been through, how we've got through it, and things we've had to do. Week by week, day by day, month by month. You know, we're trying to earn that extra bit of money to.
I mean, there's
pay
been
the mortgage.
hundreds of clients that have done well. Probably thousands between both of us.
Yeah,
and we're just like sort of going over the stuff which makes us laugh, but generally most people get on all right.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and they get good results and they're fine. But I think because we've been doing it a while, it's just things you come across. Which are quite fun.
I mean, there's quite. We have to tone it right down, don't we? Because we don't want to be in court. But there's some stuff we could talk about that we need to be careful. Maybe we should talk about it off camera and make some notes and see if we can dumb it down a little bit. It'd be interesting actually. Pop it in the comments if there's anything you want to know, anything that it could be the industry, it could be parenting, it could be anything that you want to know, whether we've been through it or there's a question you want to ask us that might have a funny reply or anything you might want to know. Be interesting to see what everyone else thinks. So everyone wants to know what we think of certain things or any certain situations we've been in the past.
Yeah.
You're just thinking now, aren't you?
No, I'm thinking of like all the stuff I've been through over the years. Like,
I can't find you again.
We've had some weird bosses over the years, haven't we?
Oh Christ, yeah. Yeah, we've been through the mill with that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think. I think once you've been self-employed, it's very difficult to have a boss in charge of you.
Oh yeah, we've always
I'd have thought so. That'd be quite tough.
Being controlled again isn't something I want to do for sure. But yeah, I reckon on that no, I think we should finish that.
I think I'm just gassed out.
Yeah, I mean you have talked a lot.
Have I?
Yeah.
That's not like me. So if you're listening to this in the car, let us know. Well, you can comment on the podcast, can you? Can you comment on that? Tom does the podcast.
I don't think we can actually.
You can't comment on the podcast.
I don't think so. No.
Can you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, don't comment on the podcast then, because you can't. But if you can comment on the video, let us know like if your experiences as a client. That'd be interesting.
Well,
as a client with a personal trainer, what your thoughts were on them when you first met them, and maybe things you think are important that
unless it's us.
If it's us, don't bother.
Don't bother. Don't comment.
Because if they're negative, we'll delete them anyway. So no one will see them.
No one will see them.
But maybe you've had a PT. Did you like him? Did you not like him?
What was the strangest thing they said to you?
Did they ever say anything weird to you? Were you uncomfortable? Or were they really good? And let me know maybe something they said which really resonated with you and you thought, that's a really good thing to say. Remember, subscribe.
Anything that stuck with you. That's always a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
If it stuck with you, it's obviously,
yeah.
It was an important thing and you learned something.
I think so. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. But if you're watching the video, hit the subscribe button and give it a like as well if you can. And pop some comments in the bottom if you've got anything you want to say. But yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.